Good evening, folks. So, what a strange Saturday that was. I was going to do why it is ridiculous to compare light, the sun radiating light, and a hose and water coming out of it. It's not a comparison. It's just not a comparison that's even worthwhile doing. I was going to do it this afternoon, but I got caught up and it was more important. So we're going to do it now, and it's night time, so it works out well. Why you cannot compare a hose, I don't know if you can see that, right, and the water coming out of it to the sun and the way it radiates light. There's a part of me that says you're joking, okay? There is, because it's just such a ridiculous comparison. It's ridiculous. Now what I have here is a laser, right? And what I'm going to do, I am going to put this laser on this bench, right? And this laser is going to hit that mirror, right? Hang on, it's going to hit that mirror, and that mirror, there goes the laser, see? Always happens, doesn't it? That mirror goes down to that mirror, right? And you can see in that mirror that there's another mirror on the other side of the house, and it bounces up and it comes off of that mirror and then hits the fence. That is the plan. Now, you're saying, why is it not a good comparison to compare water coming out of a hose and the sun and the way it radiates light? Once again, I'm not 100% convinced that you're not joking. It's so ridiculous. But the thing is, it is a comparison that it's common. You all use the same comparisons. They are all seeds that have been planted. It's obvious. They're manipulating human nature. They know that there is always a chance that someone could question this stuff. And you all say, oh yeah, but it's like water coming out of a hose. No, it's not. That is BS. It's an absurdity. And whoever taught that has no common sense whatsoever, because it's ridiculous. Light is absolute. Light and water, let's just have some fun with it, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, this hose, I'm going to squirt it towards that mirror at the very same time as I'm going to move my hand away from the laser that will be pointing in the right direction once I pick it up. One of you guys could pick that up while I was around the other side. But anyway, I'll do it. Now, light is absolute, John. There is no delay, ever, anywhere. Now I have to get that. And this is what happens. The mirrors move. And we didn't really want that to happen, did we? Oh no. I tell you what, I'm going to pause it. There's a good idea. God, you're clever. I'm going to pause it and get these lined up, okay? Hang on. And just like that, I should be a freaking movie producer. So what we have is the laser bouncing onto that mirror, right? That is bouncing into the mirror way down there at the front left of the house. It's bouncing onto the mirror on the front right, which is bouncing onto that mirror, which is then bouncing onto the fence. So the laser that is right next to us, right, I'm blocking it now, is bouncing off of the mirror onto the other, around the house, back to the mirror behind us, and then it is hitting there. Right. Now, this is why you don't compare light radiating from a light source and water. I am going to be aiming at the mirror. I'll even give the water, you're going to hear me hit the water trigger, and then I'll do the light. So how will I know? I'll go, right? That's what I'll do. 3, 2, 1. Did that go? I hit it too. I karate chopped the big oak desk here, and I may have split it in two. That's why the laser moved, but it's okay. Might have to do it again. Right? You'll hear the water, and then you'll see the light. Right? You can't compare this to this. It's uber stupid. Do you get it? Bang, bang. It's gone right around the house before a drop has come out the nozzle, both together. I'll tell you something. And I'll slam dunk this, even though there is no way to ever prove it, right? You had that hose there at this distance to that mirror, and you had your finger on the trigger, and that trigger was wired up to the sun as well, and it was off. So as soon as you press the trigger and the water starts to fly, the sun is wired up at the same time. You would see the sun in the sky before the water hit the mirror. You release, bang, and the sun turns on, bang, boof, absolute light. It doesn't matter how far the light from the light source goes, it goes there at absolute speed, and then it just goes no further. It gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer and stops, out of range. That's it. That's it. It doesn't travel afterwards. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. That laser beam. If I shoot this laser beam up into the sky, right, that is going to go, I don't know, the end of that will go maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 Ks, I don't know. And then if somebody's pupil, somebody's eye was strapped to it and they were screaming all the way up, oh, it hurts. Oh, shut up, it hurts. And it got to about 11 Ks. All of a sudden, he'd go, or she, oh, that feels better. I cannot see it anymore. I cannot see that laser that was burning my eye anymore. That does not mean that the beam has dissipated into really, really, really thin, and it's carried on travelling. That's what somebody said today. I blocked somebody on YouTube today. Man, explain how a solar eclipse works with finite light. It was a Mickey Mouse answer, not including the 2.08 degrees anti-clockwise spin on our axis. I said, mate, you can't even explain that, and he's trying to tell me the usual stuff. It's been tested loads of times. Thousands of people have done it. This, that, the other. It's like, you don't understand that it's somebody else's knowledge. It's somebody else's. You all believe the same thing. It's all of you. So it's a majority, but it's all coming from one source. And I'm telling you, it's wrong. Light is absolute. There is no doubt about it. So what was I saying? You press that trigger on here, and it's wired up to the sun in the sky. Sun goes, you'll see it in the sky. I press the trigger, in the sky. Before the water hits the mirror, you see the sun. In the sky. In the sky. Slam dunk. Yeah, but you can't prove it. No. But the solar eclipse comes pretty damn close. If you look at it objectively, there is no light delay. Boom. Instant. Like a state of mind. There is no measurable. It's not a measurable quantity, folks. You cannot. Wherever it's going to go, it's already there. If it's going to reach somewhere, it floods the darkness and takes over like that. Slam dunk, absolute light, Mickey Mouse photons, invisible massless packets of invisible massless photons. I don't think so. Weren't we doing this? I got sidetracked. Up in the sky, the pupil, the person with the hurting pupil, I can't see it anymore because he's 11 k's up. He's out of range. He's looking down right onto the laser, but he's so far up he can't even see the light. This light beam. He won't be able to see it because he's out of range. Look, that's on the clouds there. Let me zoom in. Oh, we've got 2.5 minutes to get to 15. It would be touching the clouds easily. It's weird. Let me zoom in, go in a bit more. Right, I'm zoom right in and far out. Far. Too zoomy-dinny. A little bit too zoomy-inny. It's a nice trippy ending. So there you go. Laser in the sky. Remember all those movies? The laser will catch the bits. Careful, careful. Cool. All right, folks. Buenas noches y la luz es absoluta, ¿ok? No hay fotones, no existen. La luz es absoluta. ¡Bumba! Instantánea. El Einstein se equivocó. O no hizo nada. Para mí que no hizo nada. All right, folks. Buenas noches. That's why you don't compare water to light. Laters.